Hi, my name is Sophie, and this is my daughter Sami, and we attend the Seymour campus. Judd, as a man, was definitely a present father, definitely a present husband. His business was certainly important, but nothing was ever more of a priority than his kids and I. Definitely a solid man of faith. He believed that the business needed to be founded on that, and our family needed to be grounded in our faith, and certainly I think instilled that for sure in the kids.
Absolutely.
He came home from a work trip and started not feeling well, and he had actually slept at the shop that night because he was working late, and came home at 6 a.m. and said, "I think I have COVID. What do I need to do?" We had had COVID a year before. We didn't really think by any means that we would be sitting in the shoes we're sitting in at that point. So I got him the stuff he needs, set him up in bed, and we have to quarantine at that point. And so he said he did not want us to stay here to quarantine. Our house in Florida happened to be open, and so the renters were moving out, and he said, you need to take the kids and go to Florida for the quarantine. And I was like, you're sick, we're not leaving you. And his immediate response was, I know you, and you won't not take care of me, and then what good is it to our kids if we're both sick? And so reluctantly, the kids and I went to Florida. And his plan was, I'm gonna get better, and I'm gonna hop in my plane when I have a negative test, and I'm gonna fly down and spend the rest of the quarantine with you guys. And apparently God had other plans. That's not the way it went. So we went to Florida, and he was doing okay and sleeping a lot, taking care of himself. The following Tuesday, he went and finally got the antibody injection and should have started to feel better, but on Wednesday he wasn't feeling better, was actually feeling worse, and talked to a doctor friend of his who said, maybe you better go get your lungs looked at or blood work done, tomorrow. Talk to your family doctor. And so he did. September 18th was a really good day, the last good day. He had a great day, felt the best he had felt, had a Mountain Dew, sent me a picture of his Mountain Dew can, and we served at a local service day and thought, basically, we can't do anything to help him, but we can do something to help somebody else, and gave us something to distract our minds, and he FaceTimed us while we were there. Overall, he had a really good day, but that night he took a turn for the worse, had a bad coughing spell, and didn't know it at the time, but later found out that he had coughed a hole in his lung, which in conjunction with the COVID pneumonia was a real battle. I mean, the doctor had basically said that everything medically was that they couldn't do anything else. And so unfortunately we knew where this was taking us. And so the kids came back in, and they came in, and he went to be with Jesus at 7:25 a.m. on October 1st. So I came back into the room where the kids and family members were, and shared with them that their dad had gone to be with Jesus. And my 13-year-old Alex said, almost immediately, well, win for Dad, loss for us, to a whole room full of grieving family. But what a true statement and a moment of reminding us that this isn't it, and we're not in charge. We're not in charge, but that there is more. There is something to look forward to, and that he's better. He's no longer struggling to breathe. And as he shocked us all with that profound statement at such a young age, it does offer some reality of the hope we have in Jesus, that we get to be with him, that it's I mean, it is a win. It is a win. That's what we're all here for. That's what we all want.
The healing point was when I was able to look and realize just how thankful I was that I had the dad that I did for 18 years. I was able to adjust my perspective and be thankful. And obviously there's still days that I really wish I had my awesome dad every day, actually.